Hello! Hi everyone. We're a bit late, but we're watching the Avengers War Table stream. So yeah, that's what we're doing right now. Oh, is that the leader?
I'll take my chances. What if the Avengers were set up? I think you should see for yourself. Couldn't Mr. Stark help us with this?
Hi, I'm sorry. Who are you?
Kamala?
This better be good.
He totally locked Cap in the reactor room and then he tried to jack the Chimera.
Son of a...
Have you all completely lost your senses?
What? Where were you while the world went to hell?
This is our fault. All of ours.
You really think the world is better without us?
Yes. See, it's always been your problem. Running from who you are, what you are.
I am warning you.
This is exactly what Tarleton wants!
Hulkbuster.
Struggle against the unstoppable tide of progress, Avengers. Power cannot be controlled. It has to be destroyed. I will rid the Earth of superpowers. Even if it has to end.
Oh, MODOK. He's a part of AIM, Advanced Idea Mechanics.
Just got a whole lot.
Ooh, Black Widow looks so nice. It's probably all gear that you can get.
Yeah, no, that's a suit that Tony makes for them. Apparently, this happens toward like the end of the game.
What's up, Marvel fans? My name's Casey Lynch, and I'm editorial director at Crystal Dynamics.
What's up, Mr.
Marvel's
Jason?
Avengers War Table is your direct source for all things Marvel's Avengers. We've got a great show lined up with new trailers, new details on one of our main villains, MODOK, and advanced idea mechanics. And we'll take a first look at co-op and war zones. If you've ever thought, what is this game? Or how does it work? Then this is the show for you.
Hell
Let's
yeah,
get into
finally.
it, starting with the story trailer. In the aftermath of A-Day, everything changed.
You so-called heroes transformed San Francisco into an infectious, gas-filled quarantine.
Probably not their fault.
You
Probably the villain's
unleashed
fault.
diseased, powerful beings that wreak havoc throughout our nation. So I ask you again, Dr. Banner, do the Avengers pose a danger to society?
No.
Yes.
I can promise you this. I will use this second chance to make you safe.
Sounds like
AIM
propaganda.
Will find a cure for the inhuman disease.
It's not disease. Thank you.
As a founding member of tech giant Advanced Idea Mechanics, or AIM, George Tarleton dreamt of a world made better through science. But even as AIM promises a cure to end the inhuman infection, and the revolutionary Adaptoid project offers a world protected by science, Tarleton, a victim of A-Day himself, uses AIM's technological might and the
So
public's
he's an
fear
Inhuman
of
too.
Inhumans to convince the world that the superpowered are uncontrollable and cannot be trusted. His deranged obsession drives him to become MODOK, mental organism designed only for killing. When choosing a villain, we knew we needed someone who had the muscle and mental capacity to become an Avengers-level threat. We also wanted a new face for modern Avengers fans. Big face. But comic fans know MODOK is anything but new. His origin in Marvel
don't know
lore
too much
dates
about
back
MODOK,
more than
actually.
50 years to October of 1967 in Tales of Suspense. Now, with AIM's drive to manipulate public fear and his ability to control machines with his mind, Tarleton and AIM are the most sophisticated threat the Avengers have ever faced.
I've actually never known MODOK's real name.
But a teenage fangirl named Kamala Khan doesn't trust AIM. In fact, she's convinced that AIM is experimenting on her fellow Inhumans under the guise of finding a cure. And she believes George Tarleton was behind the plot to discredit the Avengers. And she has proof. As you pick up the trail of the long-disbanded Avengers, you'll advance the story of the single-player campaign, unlocking more and more hero-specific missions. We know you've been asking for new gameplay that's not from A-Day. We hear you. So here's a playthrough of part of a new Thor hero mission called Once an Avenger.
Ooh.
Always an Avenger. Once an Avenger, always an Avenger.
Avengers forever. Avengers assemble.
So they're attacking the ship that you got.
Yeah. Tony.
here live at the AIM experience in Manhattan, witnessing the return of the Avengers, but they appear to be attacking the city. Keep rolling.
Oh,
keep
Donald
rolling.
Blake.
Is it any
Don't
coincidence
editorialize,
that
okay?
comes on the
Yeah.
very
Patchy,
day that AIM
okay? Don't
is supposed to
editorialize.
unveil their promising new Adaptoid program.
Yeah, an Avenger just saved your life, bro.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You should know, I'm not in the best of moods.
Oh. Daddy.
Wait, is that Thor?
Holy crap, Thor! Where the hell did you come from?
I was serving the commoners when it started raining bolts of metal from the skies.
It's unbelievably good to see you.
A bit dramatic, don't you think?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, this is so cool.
So the false god returns. Why? You did what you were supposed to do, Thor. You gave up your power. You should have stayed forgotten.
Never, when mortals are in peril. Where do you hide, Doctor? Can you not face me?
Look around. I'm everywhere.
That's cool.
What are these things? They're drilling into the deck.
Something Carlton cooked up to crash the Chimera. Fun, aren't they?
Oh, hello. Just like old times.
Oh, you have to fight Thor? I mean, fight Hulk?
AIM dropships inbound.
Nah, I think you're just gonna ignore
Focus
him.
on those mechs.
Or maybe just avoid him.
Right. Oh.
Kamala, you okay? Yeah? No. On my way. Hulk, you got this?
Dare I ask who the child is?
We'll explain later. Don't worry, she's up to it.
Chimera's still losing altitude. Thor, can you hold it up with wind?
Tear the ship apart.
Cool team.
That's
play-
cool,
that's
yeah. That's cool.
You killed Captain
Hopefully there's
America,
more of that.
Thor. Who else will fall before your hammer?
Because the gameplay looks promising, but I don't know. It's like Thor's hits don't seem like as satisfying as I'd want them to be.
Yeah. Look, they're not even staggering from the hammer. And
Yeah.
It's like, bro, let's. Well, I mean,
They are a little bit, but it looks like, I don't know. It looks like they're recovering a little bit, you know. And like after the third hit, they're just not staggering, and it's like with things like that, I understand, but like humanoid enemies.
I mean, I think that just kind of adds to the threat of them because it's like they are just that strong.
Right.
While I would want to be like a powerhouse, it
Right.
gets kind of boring.
Yeah.
If you could just decimate enemies.
Yeah.
That's Tarleton's endgame. We're the terrorists in this AIM
Now you get to play with
story.
Iron Man a
Not
little
on
bit,
my
work
watch.
with him,
The Chimera can't go down.
and the
Not
Hulk.
again.
So you
Yeah.
get to have both of them helping you.
Yeah. Oh, that was cool.
So that's probably
That's
one of his.
ultimate.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
probably his ultimate ability. Because it kept going too, so
Yeah.
he like called down a massive lightning storm.
Yeah. And I like that, like being able to fly and like using energy blasts and stuff
Like,
like
that's
that.
an ability. You're not just gonna be able to fly.
Yeah.
That's an ability. Like, hey, go up in the air.
Right, and then
know,
just
yeah.
Yeah.
Working on it.
All right, I'm starting to get a feel for the combat, and I think I like it.
Last card to play, Avengers.
I can handle the large one myself.
You don't have to. That's the whole point.
I like how he's like got knocked back. Like, you don't have to. That's the whole point.
Guys, the Chimera can't take much more of this. They did a lot of damage down in the engine room.
Oh, it looks like Hulk was also powered up by that somehow. Maybe it's like a team ability.
But all the lightning hitting him right now just because he's around.
You'll find this shield familiar, Stark.
How original. You gonna steal my haircut next?
The damage has already been done, Avengers.
Open the Bifrost!
Oh, that's cool! That was cool.
Kamala, Tony, we're trying to restart the engines, but there's not enough power. We're out of time, people. Brace for impact.
Hey, God of Thunder.
Stay behind me.
Now, bring it.
That's awesome.
Keep going. It's working.
Pull up.
And then you go right into a cutscene. That's nice.
That is really cool.
Once an Avenger is a great example of a hero mission, a single-player campaign experience focusing on a specific playable character. Hero missions give us a chance to tell more of each hero's story and showcase the variety and depth of our hero designs. Let's take a quick look at how Thor plays. With the game's combat systems, players can string together combos of heavy and light attacks, or hold for signature attacks. Combat
Okay,
versatility
there's the
is one of Thor's strengths, from making use of Mjolnir to pin enemies from a distance, or bringing the sky down on his foes. In addition to core combat moves, the God of Thunder has a wide variety of skills to unlock that give him access
That
to
is
classic moves.
cool.
This is one of our favorites, manual targeting. We largely drew our influence from
Oh,
Jason
that's
Aaron's
cool.
run on the Mighty Thor comic. Manual targeting allows you to quickly mark your enemies for bullseyes with Mjolnir, and one by one, you can mark them and knock
That
them
is
down as
really
Mjolnir comes back to
cool.
you. Follow that up with a
This is
powerful
just
ground
one
pound,
of the
and
people
you've
that we're
got a
gonna be able
mighty
to play.
combo.
Yeah.
Manual
And they're gonna keep
targeting is a
adding
great
people and
ranged
probably keep
attack,
adding, like,
but if
abilities
up close and
and stuff like
personal is
that.
more your
And then,
style,
like
go with the
DLC
hammer
Guardians of
spin.
the Galaxy, and then,
or
like,
Mjolnir
future things where
Cyclone.
it's like the expansion is like, all right, now you get to face Thanos.
Yeah.
Heroes have 3 special heroic moves: Assault, Ultimate, and Support. When designing our heroics, we started with the
That's
signature
cool.
moves from the comics and movies that we've always wanted to play. The Assault heroic charges the fastest, and in some cases, you can store multiple charges to use strategically as a part of your combos. You can perform these after charging your heroic meters with normal attacks. For instance, Natasha's Assault heroic is Widow's Bite, which is an electroshock projectile move you might recognize. You can see Nat using it right here. Each hero also has a unique support
Gladiator
heroic
Hulk.
that's designed to enhance co-op and team play. For example, Thor's support, Warrior's
Yup.
Fury, lets him channel the power of the gods to supercharge his Odin force and grants a period of invulnerability for nearby team members.
That is really cool.
You can see this in action when Iron Man gets the buff as he flies through
That
Thor's
is cool.
Ultimates take longer to charge, but they're definitely worth the wait. They have more screen clearing power, and some even have residual
God.
effects, like Thor's Bifrost Ultimate. Thor's ultimate heroic channels the power of the 9 realms, and his Bifrost taps into Muspelheim to bypass unbreakable shields, allowing
That's
Thor to
really
use the
dope.
power of the Bifrost Bridge to do maximum damage. We know
I
everyone
think the
plays
single-player
differently,
story
so
will
we
be
have
fun, but
melee,
it's definitely gonna
ranged,
shine over
aerial,
playing with
and
other
ground
characters.
combat
I mean, other
skills
people.
to tailor your hero to your playstyle. As your heroes earn experience, they gain access to new skills. Skill points allow you to unlock new moves, combos, and even new versions of attacks. As you build up your heroes, you begin to see how unlocking and mastering the separate core skills offers a ton of depth and variety on its own for every hero. And that's before gear, perks, artifacts, and any kind of later game progression. So why is all of this important? Because it means your Thor will play differently than my Thor, and my Hulk will play different than yours. Another way to customize your heroes is with gear. We've previously talked about the different rarities and how perks will give you powerful modifiers
it's just
for
that,
even
but
more
Avengers
customization.
and Marvel.
Some perks apply special damage like plasma or gamma, or cause status effects like shrink, which will shrink enemies and reduce damage and defense.
That's cool.
And you got
You
that
can see Iron
from
Man
Hank
using
Pym,
gamma
yeah.
gear in this shot, and eagle-eyed
That
fans
is
probably
so
noticed his
cool.
laser sweep was green instead of
Yeah.
red. Nope, that wasn't a bug. When you have gamma gear equipped, it grants a bonus damage modifier and changes the emissive color of your attack. And voila, green lasers.
I'm gonna have so much fun just spending
We know that
hours
if you
trying to
look
figure
good,
out what
you'll play
my
good.
builds. Like,
The
I'm
Crystal
gonna
team
love
has
that so
really
much.
enjoyed creating all new outfits for these heroes and drawing from Marvel's 80-year history to bring so many classic
This
outfits
is my
to the
shit.
game.
Like, this is the shit that I
Each
love.
hero has dozens of outfits drawn from some of the most
Yes.
recognizable
Oh.
eras and story arcs.
Oh my god!
You can earn them over the course of the story campaign by completing missions and deciphering patterns. There's Iron Man's suit from the 2014 Original Sin storyline, or Donald Blake, which is a nod to an alias of Thor's who first appeared in 1962's Journey into Mystery issue 83, or Tony's Stark Tech outfit that was inspired by the Bleeding Edge armor that first appeared in Invincible Iron Man number 25 in 2010. While there are a ton of outfits you'll earn just by playing, some will require completing iconic mission chains to earn each hero's iconic outfit, and some outfits will only be available in our online marketplace. You could even customize your attitude, your inner Hulk with the right emote.
Love that.
I don't think that's canon.
This game now.
Those are just some of the ways you'll be able to build and spec out your heroes. Okay, I think it's time for another trailer. This one gives us a first look at how all that customization is especially fun when you play together. This is Co-op and Warzone.
Yes! I'm so excited because like if this is awesome, we get to stream this.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
On the Air Force!
These attack boys of
the
his,
guard.
they
Oh,
harvest their powers through the torture of these Inhumans. Georgie Boy is gearing up for war.
Programmable power under our control. No more heroes.
The entire world is in terrible danger.
No more heroes. I'm sorry. It's just
Time is here.
I could pull some strings to
Kind of
spruce up the armory. Get ourselves some new toys to play with. Dangerous ones.
I call Iron Man.
Oh no, that's fine. I could do Thor or Cap or if when she gets added. Ah!
That was a beautiful thing.
This is so cool. Like that's amazing. But anyway, when she gets added, like Captain Marvel and stuff like that, those are gonna be my characters. I love flyers, so.
We gotta get this bird in the air before AIM comes looking for us.
Anyway, they said no more
Jarvis
heroes.
is
I've thought
unencrypting
of
the
no more
schematics,
mutants.
and we'll get our
from
tech heads
Scarlet
on
Witch.
new gear ASAP.
God, it's so cool.
Look at all this. Which nation state is AIM planning to go to war with?
Heroes are people, and people can be corrupted.
If I don't stop them, it's just one more thing to regret on my deathbed.
Times like this, when all seems hopeless, that's when we got to stand strong.
Is that? Oh, it's Nick Fury.
Bitch.
Kamala.
You want to see powers? Here we go.
Time for heroes is over.
You don't get to decide who lives or dies.
This is gonna be so much fun to play together.
Yep. Like I'm. wary of the fact that that's got to be an ultimate that you can
Yeah.
get,
So far, we've talked about the story,
Yeah, but-
hero missions, and customization. Now, let's talk about war zones.
Okay.
War zones are missions which you can play with up to a total of 4 players or solo with an AI companion team made up of your unlocked and leveled heroes. Whether playing hero missions or war zones, you always make forward progress with your heroes. On your helicarrier, you'll use the war table to launch missions with a variety of objectives and challenges. As you saw in the co-op trailer, each mission is grounded in story. So whether you're in the campaign or war zones, you're always working together to stop AIM and rebuild the resistance. You get missions from Jarvis, Maria Hill, Hank Pym, and more characters from Marvel history. Once you pick your mission, you'll board the Quinjet,
So is
where you
Jarvis
can
gonna be like an
matchmake,
actual butler?
switch heroes,
Like
choose your loadout, and of course, pick the right look and attitude for the job. As you start playing missions across the globe, you'll realize AIM has entrenched themselves in cities and remote locations alike, all in the name of research. War zones range from wide open spaces designed for exploration and team traversal
God, that's so
to dense
cool.
interiors with a variety of objective-based challenges, boss fights, and rewards. Here's a mission we saw in the co-op trailer called To Tame a Titan, where we can see some team play. There's this cool shot of Iron Man, but you may have missed Kamala and Hulk performing a team finisher on that poor guy back there. When you
Team
max out
finisher,
your
that's
larger
so
enemy's
cool.
stun
The Hulk
meter,
just
2
slammed her
heroes
down.
can come together to perform a team finisher, which gives you a chance
never
to take
mind.
them down
It
much
looked like-
faster. Teamwork makes the dream work. Living the hero
That's
life
really
is all
cool.
about
I'm really glad
growth,
they added that,
getting
'cause that's something
stronger
I was
and better
really hoping
equipped to
for.
play smarter, and there are plenty of upgrades to help you do just that. As you progress
And I would
through
also-
the campaign, you'll also be rebuilding and upgrading the Chimera, your helicarrier, which is your own flying base. The
But I would also love it
Resistance
if it could be
is a
like
group who have banded
dynamic,
together
where
in the
like
5 years
you
since
know,
A-Day.
Iron Man shoots like a
Some
unibeam,
are
and it
inhuman
caps
and
their,
have
like,
powers.
he just
Some are
holds the
former
shield,
shield agents
and
who
then it
refuse to
automatically
pledge
jumps
allegiance
off.
to AIM,
That'd be cool.
and some just want to help.
What is this place?
We call it the Anthill. Not my idea.
You'll join their cause in the field by working directly with factions like the Inhuman Alliance and SHIELD agents Dum Dum Dugan, Nick Fury, and more. Earning faction reputation will give you access to new challenges,
Hey, Avengers. Thor has something she needs your help with.
That is
new vendors, and more powerful
Yeah.
items. There will always be new threats on the horizon, so you want to ensure your Avengers are ready for anything. We've talked about a lot today, but that's kind of the point. This is a really big, ambitious game. Marvel's Avengers isn't just a global, high-stakes race to rebuild the Avengers, to save the Inhumans, and uncover the truth about AIM's plans. That's just the beginning. This is a brand new original Avengers single-player story that you can enjoy on your own, made the Crystal Dynamics way. But it's also an experience you can play with your friends that will grow as we add new heroes, new regions, and new story, all at no additional cost. Thank you for following us and believing in us. I want to give a big shout out to our community. Thank you for caring and telling us what you think. We're listening, and as fans ourselves, we're all working every day to make Marvel's Avengers worthy of your support. Please stick around after the show to ask questions and chat. On behalf of the whole Marvel's Avengers team, thank you for tuning in to the first Marvel's Avengers War Table. In the coming months, we'll talk about our first post-launch hero, our upcoming beta, and of course, our launch, when Marvel's Avengers arrives September 4th.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm Casey Lynch,
Okay, see,
and I'll
'cause I was-
see you
I
next
was-
time.
Awesome.
The first thing in my mind is like I was very wary of the fact that we only saw 5 playable
Heroes.
characters. But the fact that they ended it with like a first post-launch hero makes me think like, okay, they're only showing us the 5 that they have ready. That they're like, these are the characters we have fleshed out. You know? They just need minor touch-ups before the game comes out.
Yeah.
that makes me, the fact that they said like we have a new hero post launch makes
Yeah.
me very hopeful of the fact that like they probably have a whole array of like maybe 4 or 5 more characters because like
Well, so what they said last year at E3 when they like re-revealed the game was that they want this game to like have years and years of content,
just like Destiny does.
Yeah.
You know, with these expansions. Hopefully
Right.
they don't make us pay to play like Destiny does. But you know,
But see, that's the thing though, is that they said that all of the expansions and new storylines and new heroes and stuff that come out is not going to cost anything. They're all going to be 100% free.
so it's probably just going to be like the story stuff that you have to pay for. Like, hey, if you want to go ahead and
Right.
battle all these battles and fight
Right.
this boss,
Yeah.
this you know mega villain,
Yeah.
you have to
Like,
pay for the expansion.
yeah, pay for that DLC, and then they also said like really where like the quote unquote microtransactions are going to come into is just cosmetics. So like if you want that, like, you know, the skin that's probably going to be in Captain Marvel 2 when she comes into the game, or you know, like, you know, if you want to, you know, they'll add Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange into the game, but if you want their like Multiverse of Madness outfits, then you have to like pay like $5.99 or whatever for the skin. And I'm okay with
I'm
that.
always okay with cosmetics being the thing that suffer. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
And it's like, honestly, like me, like I'm a cosmetics hoe, so I like will pay for extra skins, but I like that because it's like you can pick and choose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, I think that Iron Man skin is ugly, but I really love that Hulk skin, so I'm gonna buy that one from the store today, or you know, like whatever. I really, really like that. I love the shot that really excited me. Was the one where it was the 4 of them. It was like Iron Man, Kamala Khan, Black Panther, Black Widow, and Hulk, and they were like flying through New York, or they were traversing through New York, and Tony was flying while like Hulk and Kamala and Natasha were like running from building to building. I thought that was really fucking cool because that's like the stuff that I live for. Like I remember playing Assassin's Creed Unity years and years ago, back when it first came out. Wow, woof. But my favorite thing to do was like to go online and have like 3 other assassins, and we're all like running from building to building, and like going through the houses and stuff like that. It was really, really cool to see. And like that's something that really excited me because like, you know, if you are playing Hulk and you're running from building to building, but then you can see I can see you flying as Iron Man ahead of me and like starting to engage. I think that's really, really cool, and it feels like an Avengers movie, an Avengers experience. I want it like right now.
I love Destiny. I love Borderlands. I love being able to loot and, you know, upgrade gear, and that's how you level up and things like that. But the thing that always stopped me with Destiny was that, like, every expansion, they're like, hey, pay the same amount that you would pay for a base game. You know, maybe, you know, $40 to $60 for like, you know, this small expansion, which all it really does is add new cosmetics, new things, and it, you know, adds better quality of life things and a new mission and new mission stuff like that. I'm like, okay, great. $20 for the new mission and all your, you know, cosmetic things. That should be like, I should be able to earn that in game. If you're making me pay for new missions and new gameplay, period. And if I have to keep up with my friends who bought up ahead of me, you know, with Destiny, it's like light level, you know, like, you know, each expansion, you know, you go from like 300 light level is the max light level to 600 to light level. And it's like, okay, well, I can't keep up, you know, in multiplayer with people that have bought the expansion. That's what excites me about this. Like the fact that it's like, hey, you know what? The only thing you have to pay for really is like stuff that just makes it more fun for you as like a hardcore nerd. You know, like, but otherwise
you get to earn everything.
Your gameplay, your gear, your equipment. You can earn that in game. And you know, that's just like, if they do that right. Then they will have a game that's going to be available for years and years, and they just, you know, add here's a $20 expansion with, you know, the ability to, you know, spend more money on these new skins, but mainly here's a whole new storyline with like, you know, in the multiverse, like now you're in Spider-Man's multiverse and you get to add that. Cool, now you're in the Guardians multiverse, you know, like I hope that's, you know, the thing that they're trying to do, because like I love the fact that they're not doing Thanos, they're not doing Galactus, they're not doing like the big villains that we've already seen. They're not doing Ultron and things like that, and they're not, you know, just focusing on Loki. But that'd be cool if they did like, you know, here's an expansion to, you know, with like 3 missions to fight Loki, 3, you know, for the Battle of New York, and work their way into the cinematic universe. Like, here's the things that, you know,
like the things
just
that
for fun,
right? Exactly, and like they build up to those things. You know what I mean? Where it's like, yeah, okay, cool. The main story that is there at launch and like at ship and day one is like the stuff with MODOK or whatever.
Yep.
But then if it's kind of like I know we mentioned Apex a lot. We should probably play Apex on the channel sometime. Maybe.
Stream soon to come.
Right. But I think it would be a cool thing if it was like what Apex does with their seasons where they start teasing stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like one day they just drop a mission where it's like, okay, this is a cool new mission or whatever, and then at the end like you see an Infinity Stone or like
that's literally what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I was like
yeah.
Infinity Stone where you see like the sword of like the Black Guard. Or not the Black
Order. The Black Order. Yeah,
the
yeah,
Black
yeah.
Order. Like if you see like something,
something
left over
with
by
them, yeah, or like even like the Silver Surfer flying across the sky or something like that.
Just like
yeah,
a small thing where
and
it's like every time you start the mission,
right? And then it's like something like it keeps building up. So then like eventually, a couple months or weeks or days down the line or whatever, you do get that ultimate fight with Galactus. You know what I mean? Or you do get that ultimate fight with Thanos and stuff like that. And I think it would be a really cool situation where if they can't. What's the word? For server reasons or gameplay reasons or whatever, they can't expand it from just 4 core Avengers. It would still be cool if you could get like an Endgame or a comics Civil War type in fight where 4 people like me, you, Cyrus, and like my friend High School Alex, like the 4 of us are playing and fighting in the war against Thanos, but then there are all other like NPCs and like non-playable heroes or like AI controlled heroes that are all fighting with you and fighting the army with you. That'd be really, really, really cool.
That'd be cool. And like that would make it a war zone. Like like hey, there's like you got a whole bunch of overpowered aliens coming in, and then you have a whole bunch of Earth's finest superheroes like all defending and everything. Like that. That would just be so cool.
It would be really cool. I'm really excited for this game. I was kind of trying to set my expectations a little lower with the coming days, and then also like just with the beginning of the stream and everything. I was just like maybe this won't be the experience that I want it to be, or like that I thought it would be, and all that stuff. Especially seeing that like beginning Thor gameplay, something just really wasn't.
I agree. No, I agree. Yeah. It just feels like it wasn't fleshed out enough.
Yeah,
Or fleshed out.
Yeah.
E or a U. I can't. Anyways.
Yeah, I usually say E, fleshed out. But anyway,
that's besides the point.
Yeah, but like
something about it felt kind of clunky. Almost, which like maybe they like really just tried super hard to put that together because that's what fans really wanted for this, you know? And that to me is just like, okay, great. That to me says they're going to listen to their fans about this, which, you know, whenever there's games that are like, that are like Destiny, that are like, those looter type games, where like you have to like grind to get, great things. I can't even remember where I'm trying to go with this basically, but like the thing. Now I remember, like, Destiny started out, it was very, like, not fleshed out.
Right.
And then they added their expansions.
Yeah.
Which, again, when Destiny 2 came out, I was so excited for Destiny 2 because they pretty much advertised, like, this is not going to be like our experience with Destiny 1 and all the expansions there, which to me was like, all right, cool, we're going to get Destiny 2, and then a whole bunch of any of the expansions that come, it's, like, going to be, like, minor petty cash to, like, be able to buy all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, I might be a little worried about the Avengers, but I'm like, I'm still going to get it first off.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that it's going to be one of those things for me as a Marvel fan.
Yeah.
Just be like, you know what? I'm okay with giving you some money every once in a while if you show me that you improve the quality of life.
Right.
Because that's where Destiny, I feel like, failed for a lot of its fans. Where, like, you still paid money towards it to make it better, quote unquote. And they just ended up having you do more pay-to-play stuff. And it's like, all right, cool.
No, so I had a similar issue with Destiny. For me, it was Destiny 2, actually, where I started it off and I played it. My best, like my other Alex got it for me. And he, like me, him, and our friend Ross played together. And it was fun playing with them, but I was like, something's just, it's not jumping out at me. Like there's something that's missing and it's not grabbing me. Like, I don't know. And then like after I beat the main story, I was like, okay, cool. Like I'm gonna trade this game in, and I traded it in.
It's all post game grinding.
Yeah,
and it's like, all right, that's not fun.
And
to me.
and I was just like, there's nothing really here that is keeping me connected or interested in this game. You know what I mean? Whereas with Avengers, it's like, even if it is a situation where I beat the main game and then it's just like us doing missions or whatever, I'd be like, okay, cool. I get to play as like Iron Man or like the Hulk or something.
Yeah,
traversing
and level them up.
And level them up. Exactly. And like, you know, unlocking different outfits and things like that. You know what I mean? So it's like a situation where, and I also think that like, the thing that I really am excited about this game for is that it's going to be another game where you can just play to have fun, you know, where the nights where we don't want to play Apex, we don't want to like really sit there and like have to focus on a game or anything like that. We can just boot up Avengers and like fly around and beat people up and smash some stuff. Yeah, like it seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm hopeful, I'm excited. Only thing I am really worried about is if it doesn't have the reaction that they want, and then like they're just like, instead of trying to improve the game, they're like, let's just abandon it.
Which I think that's what's going to be good about it being an Avengers game is like, I don't think, even if they don't get the initial reaction they want, I think because there's putting so much effort into it to start off, even if they don't get that initial reaction, they'll be like, okay, cool, we already invested this much in it. What is our audience saying? You know, let's listen to them. And like, it's clear even with like their promotional videos. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what the word for it.
The War Table,
promotional videos like the War Table, that they're listening, that they're like, hey, you all wanted to see some gameplay. It may not be like, you know, they may not say it, but like, you know, they're thinking it may not be like, you know, the best gameplay of Thor, but this is what we have fleshed out so far. So just to give you a taste of what's going on, we're still going to improve it. We're still going to, you know, make things great. I think the thing that, you know, makes me nervous about it, just like the same thing that makes me nervous about Destiny, the same thing that made me nervous about Anthem and those kind of games where it is grindy. It's that like, is the payoff is going to be very minimal, and it's not going to make me want to invest further in it. Which I think that is already counteracted in my mind by the fact that it is Avengers, and I'm like, you know what, girl? I'm a Marvel hoe.
So like a huge Marvel hoe. So like, literally, here you go. Like I would have needed this game after Endgame came out. You know what I mean? Because like Endgame was a situation where it was like Cap said Avengers Assemble, and I was ready to like jump out of my seat and start fucking running with them. You know what I mean? So it's again, like you said, that's really what is exciting to me. Because if nothing else, even if this is not like a Spider-Man experience, you know, what I mean, where Spider-Man was the definitive Spider-Man game, even if this is not the quote-unquote definitive Avengers game, I still feel like it's going to be those type of games where, you know, you're sitting there, you're watching Civil War with your friends or whatever, you get done with watching Civil War or, you know, Age of Ultron or whatever, and just like, you know what? I just want to play Avengers right now.
Can you imagine there being a point in time, you know, let's say, I don't know, a year after it comes out, so like a year from September, where they've added expansions where it's just like, hey, play through Avengers Age of Ultron, play through Avengers, you know, the original Avengers, where it's just like, it takes you through, and like, it can be canonical, it cannot be canonical, like, you know, but like, you get to play through, like, all right, cool, the attack on New York, you get to play through the attack on, what was the city that Ultron took over? Sokovia. Yeah. It could, and then, you know, it expands even further to like, all right, cool, you're fighting Galactus now, and here's like 4 or 5 big missions that help you with it, and then the war zone is the end where it's like, you know, whatever it is, waves or like, you know, finding capture points and that, and then it ends with you and your 3 friends as the Avengers having to take out Galactus. And if you can't do it, you don't get that legendary item.
That would be so cool. Or it's just like a situation where it's just like, okay, like, you know, let's just say, I don't know, like January 4th, that's the day Scarlet Witch is coming out, and then that's the time where you can do, you know, the airport battle or something like that. But then, like, you know, March 5th, Quicksilver's coming out, and now that you have Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, and then all the other Avengers with Hawkeye, Iron Man, etc., now you guys get to take on Ultron. Like, I really like that idea that you said.
That'd be really cool to like do those little things where it's like, hey, here's this character. Even if it's like, you know, a couple months apart, where it's like, hey, here's some Scarlet, like exactly what you said. Here's Scarlet Witch. here's
Quicksilver.
Good Lord, I was gonna say Speedster, and I'm like, that's
here's Speedster.
With Quicksilver, and like, all right, cool. And then you have like a small mission where you're like, spying on Tony or something like that, or you're trying to, discover what this weird signal is, and you go and Tony's working on something, behind the scenes, like, oh hey, and then Ultron breaks out right there, like, hey, we've been leading up to this for months. Here is the new war zone where like you have to fight off waves of Ultron enemies, and all the while defending that big drill in the middle.
Oh, that'd be so cool. This game has me really, really excited for the potential that it has.
You better not fuck it up. Don't fuck it up.
I think at the very, very least, this game will be very good.
Oh yeah, it'll just be fun.
It'll be fun, yeah. And I definitely think it could be, because it's not. This is gonna sound really shady. Because it's not EA, I don't think it's gonna be a situation where it's like, it's not turning out the way that we wanted to, so we're abandoning it. You know what I mean? Because that's kind of what they did with Anthem.
Andromeda
as well. Like, there were so many quality of life and great things that they could have done with Andromeda, but then EA was just like, nah. Like, people didn't like it. Whatever.
All EA needed to do was improve all the stuff that wasn't happening in combat and exploration, because the combat and exploration of that game was great.
Yeah.
It was literally the cutscenes and dialogue that just was just like, girl, it looked like you went back to Mass Effect 1 with your plot. Like 1, not even 2 or 3. You went back to 1. And that was how you viewed that cutscenes and animation should be for all the cutscenes, all the animation and the character work. That's how it is. Anyways, this is off topic. But like, just know that we're happy that it's not EA.
Yeah.
We love EA. Love EA.
And like
for the most part.
And the thing is that like I feel like EA is starting to redeem itself, because again, I'm going to bring up Apex again, which is probably mostly Respawn doing those things, but EA allowing them to have the ability and the range and room is the word I was looking for, to listen to the fans, and like people saying like, Lifeline isn't really where we want her, and then they'll be like, okay, cool, we're going to work on her, stuff like that. I'm really hoping that's the situation with Avengers, where it's just like, you know what, Thor's hits aren't really landing for me, you know what I mean? Like they I'm going to compare the two, but it's because I feel like God of War took a lot from the Thor movies and like watching him fight in the movies. But the thing that I loved about God of War was that when you are Kratos and you don't have your axe and you're just fist fighting, the punches feel so satisfying.
Because you're still a god.
Yeah, and it really feels like you are someone with super strength landing a punch on somebody who can take that hit. You know what I mean? The shockwaves and I always said
vibrations in the controller.
I always said, if anybody ever makes a Superman game, they need to watch or study God of War.
Play through God of War and be like, all right, cool.
Because these are Superman. The hits that somebody with incredible strength would feel like they have. So it's like, even if they are not like, I think that's my biggest fear for Thor, at least, is that those hits without his hammer and Hulk are not going to feel as satisfying, and as the connecting of the punches is not going to feel as satisfying as they are in God of War. But I'm hoping it's a situation where it's like, they're like, okay, cool, those hits are not landing with fans, they're not landing with the players, so let's go in, let's try to like up these shockwaves.
Give him a buff.
Exactly, give him a buff. And I'm hoping it's like that.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the future and the potential of this game. I think it's really, and the thing that I really like is that they said as the coming months go, which means we're probably going to get war tables pretty regularly, because June is almost over, and this game's coming out in September, like beginning of September. So like it might be like every like 3-week thing. They're going to do like 2 or 3 more war tables, and then the game's gonna be released. God, I'm so excited.
I'm just excited because. Can you imagine if they use the same formula for like their expansion and stuff like that that Apex does?
Yeah.
Because to me, Respawn is like the top. Like I know in videos of like Last of Us, when our Last of Us playthroughs and stuff like that. Like I crap on you know, Fortnite and stuff like that. I don't mean to be like, you know, upset about it, but I'm like, there can be so much more potential. And Apex to me meets those potentials. Like, it's like, hey, look, you all want character, you know, you want really awesome skins. We have a whole team dedicated to those character skins, and we got new skins pumping out every freaking, you know, 2 months. And you know what? You may have to pay for it, but that's the only thing you have to pay for is the skins. You get access to these awesome missions. You get access to the hunt that's going on right now. Again, we're going. I'm sorry. I'm going on a tangent that's separate from it, but I feel like these still relate back to of this new Avengers game because I feel like it's trying. What I want them to do is take the best of Destiny, the best of Anthem, the best of Apex, the best of Fortnite, you know, with all these skins and, you know, cosmetics and things like that you can buy into, but then, you know, use somewhat of the Destiny formula where it's like, all right, cool, you're going to buy this expansion. You get a couple emotes with it automatically. You get these 2 skins with it, you know, all the characters that, or even choose like, you know, a character that you play the most. Like whatever is your top rank, you get a skin for that character, you know, every time you buy an expansion. And then here's 5 story missions and a new war zone. Things like that. Like that's what I'm really hopeful about and what I really hope that they don't miss because like this could be a moneymaker. Literally, Marvel movies are doing so well because it's Marvel. Because everyone wants a superhero right now. And like, so if they can do that and they can flush out years of money if they just make sure to listen to their fans and actually listen to them. Not say like, hey, I'm listening to you all. Here's a bunch of new cosmetics and, you know, some new, you know, weapons to make you all feel better. It's like, no. I want overall quality of life. Like work on the characters just like they do with Lifeline. Did with Lifeline. And just like they do with all the characters with like Mirage. Mirage is so much more fun to play now in Apex because they completely reworked him. And they admitted, you know, at that time they were like, you know what? You're right. He needs a rework. He wouldn't need a rework if our fans didn't complain about this, then he would be fine. But because our fans are complaining about this, maybe we need to take a look at it. Like it's the humility of like, you know, to be like, you know what? This game isn't what we set out for it to be right at the get-go. But if we take the time and listen to our, you know, fans and the YouTubers that are, you know, doing these reviews and playing these games for you, listen to them. They are your audience. That's how you're going to get more money.
And like I know you were saying like I agree with you in the fact that I think they are connected, you know what I mean? Cuz Respawn with Apex has done such a phenomenal and great job where it's like this is a free to play game. You can get these cosmetics and all these things, you know, but you can pay for all of that, but you don't have to. There is still a story. There are still quests and everything like that. They add moments and things like that between characters who have a relationship in the story. They do all of these different things, and if you do not want to, you do not have to spend a dime on that game. And I feel like Respawn understands that if you do those things and you have all of those free-to-play options, people who really fall in love with this game will spend money on it because they want to. They want to support this game. They want to support this community. That's how I feel with Apex. That's why I was going to keep this to myself, but I already told you. That's why I spent $70 this morning on Apex. Like, because I love this game. Because I love everything about it. All of the characters. All of the things that Respawn are doing with the game. You know what I mean? I kind of lost my train of thought, but it's just like I want that for this game as well. You know what I mean?
And the fact that they will take that money and improve upon the gameplay, improve upon the make expansions, make great cosmetics. That's like the thing that like I love most about Apex is like they don't just have. It's not like we have so many more cosmetic options than we did in season 1. And it's because they know like, hey, this is what makes us money. So if we get, everyone, if we get a bunch of cosmetics and keep them pumping out and stuff like that, we'll get more money. But instead of being like, we're going to pocket this money and just, forget this game and work on the next project, they're like, no, we're going to take that money that they put towards this game
and invest it in this game.
Even if it's a chunk, if it's just a chunk of it, and the rest goes towards the next game that the Respawn wants to do, which I understand that's a business. But like, they put it back into the game. Like they still take time, and like I know that it's only been a few years, and
it's not even been a few. It's been 1 year, like not even a year and a half yet. Apex came out last February 2019.
I feel like we've been playing it for years.
So
That's how good it's been.
Like, Apex is not even a year and a half old yet.
Can you imagine us saying this a year from now about Avengers?
Avengers, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I the reason I feel like we just keep mentioning Apex again is just because, like, Apex is kind of the standard when it comes to, you know, you have a story, you're not paying for that story to be told. All of the microtransactions come into play when it comes to purely cosmetic. And I love Apex so much because their cosmetics are so different, and I want that for Avengers as well.
Yeah,
like I want, and you can already see it. You have like fucking Noir Hulk, I forget his name, but like the Hulk with the suit and the hat, and then like, you know, Thor with the Donald Blake outfit, which again is not like, you're not paying for that, but stuff like that where it's like these characters are so varied, and their outfits are so varied, and they're so different and unique and things like that, where it's just like you don't feel like you're just paying for a repaint of a skin that you already have. Yeah,
I love that the skins are inspired by comics, because it's like, all right, cool, it shows me that the people working on this actually give a crap. It's not just like, oh, we know who the Avengers are. Let's give them some fun skins. Let's make Black Widow's outfit just entirely cobalt blue, and that's the new outfit. Like, no, they're like, hey, listen, like you got like her original storyline. You got different storylines of the Hulk. You get Gladiator Hulk. You get Noir Hulk. You get classic Hulk. That's from the movies that we know. Like, I love the fact that the cosmetic, like, they're playing toward their audience. They know that, like, if they want people to play this and actually get money, then they need to make the cosmetics in line with what nerds want. With like people who really love the comics and love learning about the history of these heroes and the heroes that they have grown to love because of the movies, because of the shows. Like, I love that, like, they're like, this is you all love those characters. Cool. If you want to experience those characters from the comic books, just pay.
You pay for it, and like
everything else, you're good.
Again, I'm like, I'd be 100% okay with that. Like if they add one of my favorite Marvel characters, Wiccan, into the game. He's the son of Scarlet Witch and Vision. Long story. But if they add him, right, and they're like, all right, cool, so he's in the game, but then pay like $10 for his skin for Young Avengers, the second run of Young Avengers, I'd be like, okay, cool. That's my favorite run of Young Avengers. I will gladly put money toward that. And it seems like they know that. And I'm again, like I've been saying, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Like
that's what I would want to pay for.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to pay for improved quality of life. I don't want to pay for a new, like, I'd be willing to pay for new missions. But like, I'm not willing to pay for things that should already be there in the game, when I buy a $60 game. Like,
like, it's like,
this should be a thing. Yeah. Even if it's like, hey, here's $100. This game's $100, but it's because we have all these things going on for it. Okay, cool. But if I buy that $100 game and you immediately, within the first month have to make all these hot fixes, and you don't, then I'm not going to care about it. That's why I stopped caring about Andromeda.
Yeah.
Because like, you didn't make those changes until what? Almost half a year later?
Yeah, and they were the changes that they did make throughout the time that they still were updating Andromeda were just very minor.
Yeah.
They were like, okay, like, cool, like the eyes are fixed a little bit. The face, like the mouth is fixed a little bit.
Then tell me why they're still going like this. When I'm playing it 2 years later, like, I'm having a conversation with you and they're going like this. It's like, okay, cool, EA.
Yeah.
Bye.
I think that was my also, we're going on a tangent, but whatever. Like, that was why I did not buy Anthem and why I kind of boycotted Anthem, was because it was so obvious that they shafted Andromeda so BioWare could make Anthem.
And then it wasn't even that good.
Exactly, that was my thing. It was like, look at what Anthem was.
Focus on one thing. Like, it's like, if it's not good enough, make it better. Like, I don't like.
And I think that's why I love, like, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Rockstar, but I respect Rockstar and also Naughty Dog, because with Naughty Dog, it's a situation where it's like, okay, cool, like, we announced Last of Us Part 2, but what we're focusing on right now is that we're focusing, like most of the team is focusing on Uncharted Lost Legacy. You know what I mean? You know, like we announced like Insomniac. Let's use Insomniac. We announced Jak and Daxter, or the next Jak and Daxter game, right? Ratchet and Clank. Jak and Daxter's Insomniac, I think. Anyway, we announced the next Ratchet and Clank game, but right now we're focusing on Spider-Man Miles Morales. You know what I mean? It's like, I am okay with you announcing multiple things, and BioWare kind of did this, but because of EA meddling, it's still, But like with BioWare, they announced Dragon Age, right? The next Dragon Age game, but they're focusing on, they were focusing on Anthem. And it's like, okay, cool. Like, talk about Anthem. Like, announce Anthem, and that Anthem is something that you want to do down the line. But focus on Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah.
Like, do not try to outsource a team that has only ever worked on a Mass Effect expansion pack and turn them into the main team for Mass Effect. Because then look at what happens.
Yeah.
Like, you run into all of these different issues, and the fact that I don't know if I've told you this story, but the Andromeda that we got was made in 18 months.
Yeah, no, I remember.
Okay.
I remember,
and it's like
Andromeda was one of the first games that I followed closely.
Yeah.
Everything that's going on.
Yeah, and it's like the idea of what Andromeda was supposed to be sounds amazing, because I love No Man's Sky. So like the fact that Andromeda was going to be hundreds of procedurally generated worlds, right? And you were going to be able to explore and find different things and all of these different things that would have made the game phenomenal. But then EA was like, nope, scrap that. Like,
we got other stuff to work on.
We got other stuff to worry about.
And then they didn't even do those games good.
No.
Like we have Anthem to work on. We have Dragon Age to work on. Okay, great. It's like you have these great. It's like you're like me before, it's like you're like me, like literally a year ago, where it's like you have all these great ideas and you want to do all these things, and you start on them, but you never finish them. It's like, okay, great. That's cool if you are a teenager in high school dealing with ADHD.
Right.
Not if you are a company that's coming out with like video games that are like, you're hyping up and everything. Anthem was a money pit that you all just invested in, and then no one played it, and the people that do play it are like, oh my god, I love these new expansions. Something like, girl, like, you're paying for quality of life stuff that should have happened,
should have been in the
for
game.
Free.
Like, it just
We'll probably cut that because that was a long tangent.
But like, I still like getting back to Avengers. It's just like I am excited for what it seems like they want this game to be.
Yeah.
And it's I know people have issues and thoughts with Marvel and Disney and everything like that, but the thing that I admire them for, both of those companies for, is that if their thing that they're releasing is not quality, they either don't release it or they work on it until it is quality.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I have faith in this game. Because if the game comes out and the reaction is mediocre, I don't think it'll be a situation where Disney is going to be like, oh, well, we tried that. That's, we're done. You know what I mean? Especially after seeing what they could do with Spider-Man.
Yep.
I think it'll definitely be a situation where it's like, no, we're not abandoning this game. Fix it.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited for that. And just the longevity that I feel like this game will have and could have.
Potentially have. The potential for this game is what excites me the most.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm excited for the base game. I'm excited to be able to play as these characters, if nothing else, just because I get to play as Avengers.
Yeah.
But what excites me most about this is the potential for its longevity, and they don't need to do anything except till till PS6 comes out.
Yep.
Till the next installation of the consoles come out.
Yeah.
They don't need to create a new game entirely. They're just like, hey, we're improving on this, and here's some expansions.
Yeah.
Yes, the expansion costs the same as the base game.
Right.
But here are new missions, here are new war zones, here are new characters, here are new cosmetics, all that come with it and included in the $60 expansion.
Yeah.
Because if you give me a $60 expansion, and you just improve upon the quality of life and give me a few new missions, Destiny, looking at you, bud, then I'm not going to want to play you. I'm not going to want to keep investing in you.
Yeah, if you I agree. If you give me a $60 expansion, you're like, okay, we understand that this expansion is a lot, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I better essentially get a sequel of the game inside.
It better be worth it.
Yeah.
Like basically, it's what it comes down to. Like if I need to make sure that what I'm paying for, I am getting.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I am paying you another $60 on top of the $60 that I gave you for this base game, and all you did, like I'm beating a dead horse, but but all you did was quality of life shit. That should have been free. That should have been free.
Yeah.
And then you know what? You can have us pay for your workers. By coming up with more missions. And coming up with more cosmetics and things like that.
And again, I keep comparing it to Apex, but like I think that's what Apex does so well. Yeah. Is that like it's like all of these quality of life things and all of these story things that you want are 100% free. Mm-hmm. You don't have to buy the battle pass for season 5. Like you don't have to pay for Loba to get like the special interactions with other characters and stuff like that. You don't have to do any of that. Mm-hmm. But like if you do, you're just getting extra stuff on top of what the game already is. So yeah, I mean, I think I've personally said everything that I wanted to say. Like, I think I'm really excited for the base game itself, but then also just the potential of this game. I feel like the first 2 heroes that we'll probably get are Hawkeye and Captain Marvel. I don't hate Hawkeye. I just feel like I want. For me, when I'm playing as a superhero, I want to be playing as a superhero,
not just a superhuman.
Right. Like, so it's like I will probably like be okay with Hawkeye and play with him, but like I will be really excited for Captain Marvel. I'm excited for the other heroes that will probably come into the game, like Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver. Seeing what they do with those characters, all of those different things. I'm excited for all of that. Like I'm just excited for the future of this game. Spider-Man, if they can get Spider-Man in there, that would be really, really cool. Maybe the Fantastic Four, since they have the rights back to them now. Yeah, like I'm really excited for this game.
Yep.
And I can't wait to see more. Yeah.
Well, okay, so thank you all for joining us, because like this is let us know what your hopes are about the potential of this game. Like, what are your concerns? What are you hoping for? Like, I want to talk about this stuff with more people, because like I'm excited for this game, so I want to hear what everyone's excited about for this game. Or if you're not excited at all, if you're worried about it, I want to know your concerns about it. You know, like are you worried that it's going to be another Destiny game, which is like Valorant?
And like also like I let them know, let Crystal Dynamics know, because Crystal Dynamics delayed this game so they could improve the gameplay and
that was because people were like, hey, this does not look good.
Yeah. So
and
like
you're right. Let's
exactly. So let Crystal Dynamics know, like, because it really seems like they're already listening to fans. So yeah, I mean, again, like Alex said, thank you guys so much for watching, and let us know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Yeah. And make sure to subscribe.
See you next time.
Thanks, guys. Bye.